Winter is here, and so is high school boys hoops on CreaTV Sports. The Branham Bruins are out of the rain and in the gym taking on the home team, the Silver Creek Raiders in Blossom Valley Athletic League Santa Teresa Division action. Wishing you all a wonderful new year. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kirsten Fairchild. The Branham Bruins, they got plenty of size, 2 6'5" players, including the senior center, Brandon Anders. What a terrific year he's had thus far. He's going to be a big part of the Branham Bruins' success this year as they face off in Santa Teresa Division play. He's averaging 13 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. James Wright, a junior, the 6'4" tall jack of all trades for Silver Creek, has been the main focal point of this offense, but he can get it done in every aspect of the game. 8.5 points per game, and Silver Creek really looking forward to this league season, coming in, facing off against Branham on their home floor. We'll have the starters in the opening tap coming at you next. We've got Bruins Raiders on CreaTV Sports.
Good morning. My name is Mark Loveless. I'm the president of the Vintage Softball League at Santa Clara County. We are a club of over 200 members, everyone over 50 years old. We have 4 different leagues playing every day of the week except for Friday and Sunday. It's open to anyone over the age of 50, regardless of your skill level. No tryouts are needed. We'd love to have you come out and play with us. Play for free for a couple of times, see how you like it. And if you do, we'd love to have you in the club.
In the circle, controlled by Branham, the Bruins 4-6 overall, 1-0 in league play, wearing their navy blue uniforms with white numbers and powder blue piping. 3-ball from the right corner, weak side board by Kyle Navarro of Silver Creek. Navarro with the floater in a hurry, and coast to coast, the 5'9", 160-pound senior, 2-0 Silver Creek. Raiders in man in their home white uniforms with orange numbers and orange accents and black piping. We'll have the starters for you at the first timeout. This is the shooting guard, Kyle Navarro, already with 2 points. Trey Trim sends it over to the point. Perimeter passing by Silver Creek. High school boys basketball, 4 8-minute quarters, 35-second shot clock. The timeline is in play. 10 seconds to bring the ball across. So foul on Branham. First foul called on Luke Serra as head coach Larry Leffler in his second year, asking for a bit of an explanation. Fresh shot clock for the Raiders, 2-0 as Branham in man defense. Jacob Dressler applying the defensive pressure. Navarro gets blocked by Dressler from behind. Branham coming the other way. DJ Rocha. Branham showing patience in their half-court set. But it's a walk called on Luke Sayer. Silver Creek ball. 90 seconds gone here in the opening quarter. The Raiders 5-6 overall, also 1-0 in Santa Teresa Division play. Three attempt. What a athletic putback by Trey Trim. 4-0 Silver Creek. And the steal by James Wright. Wright lays it in, and Silver Creek couldn't ask for a better start, up 6-0 5:47 remaining. Coach Leffler calls a timeout. Branham down 6-0, and that gives us the opportunity to introduce the Branham starters and the starting point guard. Well, let's start with Silver Creek since they're on our shot. Number 5, Michael Trong, the 5'7", 135-pound junior, the starting point guard tonight. Kyle Navarro, we've already seen him in action. The senior shooting guard wears number 3. The small forward is James Wright, the 6-foot junior wearing number 11. Adit Jaw, the 6-foot senior, is the power forward wearing number 20. And number 15, Trey Trim, the 6-foot junior center, on the floor for this undersized Silver Creek squad as far as height and weight may go. Yet, of course, we know can't measure the fight or the heart. A miss in the paint by Anders, and it'll be Brandon Anders heading to the line to shoot 2. Both teams with 1 foul apiece. Brandon Anders, the 6'5" senior, looking for his team's first points. Still a 6-0 deficit for Branham with 5:28 remaining in the first. And a 1 of 2 effort. 5-point cushion for Silver Creek. Here's Navarro. Navarro off to Wright. Wright working on Rocha. Athletic move. How'd that go down? By Navarro, his 3rd and 4th point. 8-1, the Raiders lead inside 5 minutes remaining in the first. And it's a takeaway by Jaw. So Silver Creek looking a little more comfortable, a little crisper here in the early going, and that's plenty crisp by James Wright, draining the 3, and it's a 10-point lead here. We haven't even reached the halfway point of the first quarter. Good look, short from Anders, but once again, he has earned a trip to the line. That foul on Trim. Anders with 1.8 blocks also. His average coming into this game. This time he makes his first. Silver Creek subs in number 23, Zach Argaio, the 5'7", 145-pound junior, guard/forward. Anders makes it an 8-point game. Wright looking for a teammate. Finds one in Navarro. Kisses the rim. Chased down by Argaio, fresh off the bench, and we're going to have a foul. And that is the 2nd foul on Trey Trim. So Trim, who was an all-league selection in the football season at linebacker, going to have to come out of the game. He's replaced by number 10, Kevin Wong, the 5'10", 170-pound senior forward. 4 minutes remaining. We've reached the midway point of the first quarter. Branham still looking for its first field goal. They get it. Back to an 8-point advantage for Silver Creek. Now it's a 2-3 zone by Branham. Coach Ryan Komogome, his first year, calling out the play from the bench. Shot clock down to 5. And that's a dribbling violation against Silver Creek as the Raiders check in, back in number 5, Trong. So smaller lineup on the floor for the Raiders. Branham ball down by 6. Branham with 2 6.5 players on its roster. Tallest for Silver Creek, a number of players who stand 6 feet. This is Sayer. Luke Sayer kicks it out. Nice feed into Anders, and Anders with a chance for an @1. So Branham solving its cold shooting, and it's perhaps a little bit of shaky decision making in the early going. It just seems as if Silver Creek came out just a little more warmed up, if you will. And it is a 3-point play for Brandon Anders, and it's a 1-possession ball game. 3 minutes remaining in the opening frame. Right, spreading out the offense. Facing a 2-3 zone. Problems with the shot clock. Looks like the shot clock didn't start. But a block in the far corner, and Branham bench complaining about the shot clock issues. Our officials tonight include Pascal Duke and Will Mittenthal. And it is Pascal Duke over to check. She's asking some time to rerun off. And it's down to 8. 2:26 on the game clock, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Silver Creek ball underneath its basket. Swinging the ball. Here's Navarro. And gets fouled after the shot was released. That foul will be on Rocha. Second Branham team foul, and at the line to shoot 3 is Kyle Navarro, according to his head coach. Just the real pure shooter of the team. And of course, an announcer's jinx comes into play. He leads his team in scoring, averaging 14.7 points per game. Makes his second, and we'll have one more. That made free throw, already making it a 2-possession game. And a 1 of 3 effort. Rocha with the rebound. 2:15 remaining in the first. Branham down by 4. Anders swarmed by Raiders. Anders with the spin move high off the glass, too hard. And the loose ball chased down by Branham. Wide open 3 from straight away, and that looked good as soon as it was released. Rocha with the 3 ball. Silver Creek. Looked like Anders might have gotten a piece of it, but Argyle with the field goal to make it a 3-point game once again. 90 seconds remaining in the first. As Dressler with the reset. Silver Creek in man. Sayer. Sayer dribbles in the paint, shoots over the defender, gets his own rebound, misses the putback. And Argyle, Ja with the rebound. Again, Branham finding more success with the zone defense. Sticks in the 2-3. Shot clock down to 10. 3 attempt from Navarro, rims out. And it's a rebound for Dempeline. But gets tied up, so Silver Creek ball with 45 seconds remaining. Wide open from the corner. Down it goes by Trong, his first three. And it's a 17-11. Well, actually, they're going to call that a 2, I believe. Foul on Wright stops the clock with 29 seconds remaining. Here's Dressler working on Trong. And a whistle away from the basket. Pardon me, a whistle away from the ball. That on Anders. And Silver Creek shot clock turned off, 22 seconds remaining for the Raiders, up by 5. Eight seconds remaining. The crowd counting down. Good move from Navarro, and he delivers as the buzzer sounds. And it is a 3. So Silver Creek, after 1 quarter, warmed up at home, 22-11. The Raiders lead Branham on CreaTV Sports.
Good morning. My name is Mark Loveless. I'm the president of the Vintage Softball League at Santa Clara County. We are a club of over 200 members, everyone over 50 years old. We have 4 different leagues playing every day of the week except for Friday and Sunday. It's open to anyone over the age of 50, regardless of your skill level. No tryouts are needed. We'd love to have you come out and play with us, play for free for a couple of times, see how you like it. And if you do, we'd love to have you in the club.
Branham Bruins trailing 20-11, but wanted to introduce the starters. The 5'9" junior Jacob Dressler wears number 10 and is the point guard. Matt Dempeline, the 6'1" senior, wears number 24. He's a shooting guard. We met Rocha, the 3 guard. 6' senior, actually small forward. Luke Sayer stands 6'5". He wears number 31, the power forward. And Brandon Anders, the center, also stands 6'5". Wears number 32. Branham ball to start off the second quarter, down by 9 on the road at Silver Creek. Sayer lets the ball go through his hands. He's got a heavily taped right wrist, but he was quick to let Anders know that that was his fault. He should have caught that ball. Trong brings it up. Right. Right, facing this 2-3 zone, finds an opening. But the bucket doesn't fall, and defensive rebound, Branham. Trong, what a save, but then the steal, and barely contained by Branham. That was close. Being a backcourt violation, and then Branham throws it away. Both of these teams, especially Branham, could maybe settle down a little as score stalled at 20-11. Silver Creek with the ball, looking for more. Again, we're seeing the Raiders putting the ball high up on the glass, but it's just not falling. So another tie-up, and it'll stay with Silver Creek. 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock as Navarro began the second quarter on the bench. Will come on out to replace Vuong. .6:49 left to go in the first half. Again, the score stalled, 20-11. Navarro with the feed inside, and that is a good-looking move by the senior Jaw. The only returning all-league selection from last year. Jaw averages 7.8 points per game coming into this one. Sayer. Wide open in the left corner. Short, and Anders going to be called on over the back. And out comes Brandon Anders with 2 fouls, and in comes the 6'5" senior Nick Majors. So 3 players stand 6'5" for Branham. Got triple towers. Seen a lot of perimeter passing from Silver Creek facing this 2-3 zone. Looking for a lane. Inside 6 minutes remaining in the half. Great look. And then the swat by Sayer, but that'll send Trong to the line. No, they're going to call that foul on Rocha. So Rocha picks up the foul. Both teams with 5 fouls apiece. That's Rocha's second. And it's Michael Trong, the 5'7" junior at the line. Misses his first, according to his head coach, Ryan Komagomi. Trong, one of the best on-ball defenders he's got on his roster this year. And the left-hander, 0 of 2 effort. Rebound, Sayer. Full court pressure from the Raiders. And that's a backcourt violation as Dempeline, a little too quick with the trigger. (22-11). Branham still looking for its first points in this second quarter, but they are on defense. Floater is short, but Argaio chases down his miss. Here's Navarro in front of the Branham bench. Silver Creek's got the long ball working. 25-11 the score, so 14-point deficit. Dressler up top, over to Dempeline. 3 attempt. And it'll be last touch Silver Creek as Henry Wright, who wears number 23, the 6' junior forward, actually guard, will replace Rocha out on the floor. Jaw has a seat for Silver Creek, and that brings back Kevin Wong. 13 on the shot clock. They're asking if that's a reset. It is, so 35 on the shot clock. Fewer than 5 minutes to go in the second. Again, Branham still looking for its first points. That wasn't it. And Navarro brings it up. Great no-look pass from Navarro. Wright misses with the 3, and Sayer with the rebound, but he goes down for a travel. Looked like his feet just came out from underneath him. Whether that was caused by a Raider or not, I couldn't say. Navarro finding the open player. Rebound Majors. Branham looking to get something started. Short from Majors. As Jaw, just a short rest for the senior, as Wong has a seat. Branham with a fresh shot clock. Sayer. Everything but in. Trong with the defensive rebound. Jaw just leaning heavy. And they're going to call Jaw on the foul. It's a 6-team foul on Silver Creek. Dempeline to inbound. facing the pressure. Wright brings it up easily, or so he thought. Perhaps a little too casually as Navarro increased his intensity. Rocha back out on the floor as Wright has a seat. Silver Creek, as we near the midway point, has kept Branham scoreless in the second quarter. That is the corner, the far left corner for Silver Creek. Most of the 3 attempts have come from there. Branham with a critical defensive rebound. Dressler brings it up. Silver Creek in man. Dribble drive is the name of the game for this Branham offense. And there's the 3 ball, courtesy of Dressler. And Branham has ended the scoring drought. 3:24 remaining in the first half. Argyle finding Wright. Wright kicks it back outside. That's a double dribble. So a bit of a brain cramp, if you will, from Trong as Anders returns to the floor, as well as Vuong. In fact, Silver Creek has 6 players on the floor. That'll send Jaw out. Rocha, one of the captains of the squad, with Anders out on the floor. Here's Rocha. Branham's had some real close range misses here in this first half. It's a 25-14 Silver Creek lead. Navarro rims out. Put back misses. And Anders shows his skill in bringing down the rebound. 2:30 left to go in the first half. Branham looking to get its deficit down to single digits. And it'll be the 7th foul on Silver Creek. That foul on Vuong, and it'll be Brandon Anders shooting 1 and 1. Pardon me, Luke Sayer shooting 1 and 1 at the line. Navarro collects the rebound. Navarro with the dish. Wright looking for a reset, calling out the play, looking to pick up the screen. And Branham with the steal. Inside 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Sayer at the high post, another 3 attempt. Dempeline battles hard for another chance. Dressler. Anders moved before he really caught the ball, but he'll head to the line to shoot 1 and 1 as Silver Creek called on its 8th team foul. This one on Wright, Wright's second personal. Cold night at the stripe for Branham. 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Navarro looks back at his head coach, Ryan Komagome. First year for Coach Komagome after 6 years at Mount Pleasant, coaching the Cardinals. Wright trying to thread the needle. 8 to shoot. What a swat by Anders. Sayer with the left hand from the land side, and it's a little bit of momentum for Branham as it's a single-digit ball game. 9-point lead for Branham with 43 seconds remaining. And they're going to call a screen on Wong. I think the call could have gone either way. There's a lot of movement there. So Branham ball, the Bruins, an opportunity here to kind of heat up after what's been a relatively cold night and head into the locker room with a little bit more confidence. 3-second differential between game clock and shot clock, and Sayre will head to the line to shoot 2, and that's the 3rd foul on Wright, 10th team foul. Luke Sayre, the 6'5" junior, as Silver Creek players waiting check-in will have to wait until after this first free throw. Jaw returns as well as Trim. Wright has a seat, and so does Wong. Nope, they're going to keep Wright out there. And instead, Argyle heads to the bench. 22 seconds remaining. Wright playing with 3 fouls. It's 2 of 2 effort from Sayre. Lead has shrunk to 7 for Silver Creek. Bit of a hesitation from Wright resulted in that turnover. And Rocha lays it in before the buzzer. So Silver Creek had the hot start, but just 5 points in the second quarter. However, the Raiders still on top 25-20. The Bruins surging at the end of the first half. We'll step away and return with our CreaTV Sports halftime show. You're watching Santa Teresa Division play of the Blossom Valley Athletic League on CreaTV Sports.
Oh, come on.
Whoa, what's all the fuss about?
Hey, Ned Neutral. I'm just trying to apply for a job opening, but the page won't load. What's the point of paying my internet service provider if they can't give me simple access to a website?
Well, Sam, that could be the new norm if net neutrality rulings are reversed.
Net neutrality?
Communication is a necessity, which is why the FCC deemed the internet a public utility in 2015.
What does that mean?
It means that the internet was regulated, and internet service providers couldn't block or slow down content that they didn't agree with. But that's all changing now. The FCC plans to reverse net neutrality and give corporations the freedom that they want.
What can they do with this power?
Well, that's the scary part. They can slow down any service that they disagree with, block news outlets, or bring your web pages to a halt.
That's horrible. We as consumers need to have our voices heard and tell them to keep an open internet.
You better do it fast, because if net neutrality is restricted, then you might not have the platform to speak through.
Why is that?
Because the open internet is a platform for marginalized voices, if you want to question large internet providers, you will receive a one-way ticket to access denied.
Content removal, information restriction, speed throttling? It's just not fair. The public deserves equal access to the internet.
So call your representative, contact the FCC, let them know how you feel, and fight for an open and fair internet.
Hello? Ned? Anyone there?
Branham Bruins in town to take on the Silver Creek Raiders, and it was all Silver Creek in the early going, although we do see the Branham block. Silver Creek built an 11-1 lead, and part of the reason why, beautiful putback by Trey Trim. He actually got into some early foul trouble, had to sit for a good part of this, but his teammates picked up the slap. Branham looking to their big man, Brandon Anders, who puts it down and through. Anders leading Branham with 8 points, and we're going to have to come out of these highlights. We will perhaps revisit them as Branham with the first possession of the second half, trailing 25-20. Dressler over to Dempeline. Anders guarded by Trim. And that is going to be a foul on the floor on Trim. Picks up his third personal. Now James Wright out on the floor also playing with 3 fouls, so it was very only 20 seconds for Trim here at the start of the third quarter until he was replaced by Wong. Should mention that Kyle Navarro for Silver Creek leading all scorers in the first half with 11 points. Wright the only player with 3 points until that Trim foul. And now Anders again able to get to the line and pick up another foul, this time on Adit Jaw. And it's a 2-point ball game. Here comes Silver Creek, again having to play with a smaller lineup. 3 attempts, bit forced, and another foul as Anders. Boy, he's a foul collecting machine as Jaw picks up the personal second team foul on Silver Creek. So as good of a start to this game as the Raiders had. Seems like the Bruins right now off to a fine start in the second half. Trailing by just 2. And that's too many steps by the junior Luke Sayre. On the floor for Silver Creek, Navarro, Trong, Wong, Wright, and Jaw. Branham with Rocha, Dressler, Dempeline, Sayre, and Anders. Starting 5 for Branham. Shot clock has not been started. And we're going to have to stop for the shot clock as our officials are going to chat. We're going to have to run down the shot clock. And it'll stay at 21. Personally, I have always said being the shot clock operator is a job I would not care to have, even though I've had to do it sometimes. Silver Creek still with no points here in the third quarter, missing. And Branham looking to continue its offensive surge that it had at the end of the first half. Sayre with the field goal to tie it up. First time this game has been tied since the opening tap at 0-0. In the corner from Silver Creek in front of its own bench, the 3-ball by Navarro. That's his 12th, 13th, and 14th points. Raiders back out in front and back in this man-to-man defense. Dempeline, the defender blew by him. Dempeline, everything but in. Here comes the Raiders. So this 2-3 zone, something Branham found success to slow down Silver Creek's offense. And they continue here in the second half. 12 to shoot for the Raiders. Bench finally begins chanting, and that's just a great shot by Navarro. Navarro was 16. And Silver Creek back up on top by 5 as we near the 5-minute mark here in the third. 3 attempt from Branham. Drained by Rocha. Navarro kicks it out. And Jaw called on the walk, and he is just collided by Rocha. And Jaw gets up limping a little as Coach Komagome checks on him. Trong applying pressure to Dressler, the junior Dressler. And Sayer gets the shot off. It doesn't fall, but he'll shoot too. That foul on Guang. Luke Sayer checking with his back court. Makes it a 1-point game. Silver Creek with 4 team fouls. Branham has committed none here in the third quarter with 4:24 remaining. 1 of 2 effort. Great box out by Wright for the rebound. Wright bringing it up in a hurry. Really haven't seen Silver Creek try to get the ball inside here in the second half. Now they are, as Wright. Kick out. Got 3 attempts, not enough arc. And another foul on Vuong. 4th team foul. Silver Creek calls a timeout. 3:59 remaining. The Raiders lead tenuous. Just a 1-point lead, 30-29. And let's take this opportunity to enjoy the cheerleaders here. Obviously, they are facing the other way, but it looks like we're going to be able to see some acrobatics here from the Silver Creek cheer squad. Wow. Silver Creek High School cheer team. Again, this week is still the holiday break for these schools as school will begin again on Monday. Good crowd for the girls' game. This is the second part of a doubleheader. We're showing those games separately to you on CreaTV Sports as well as our YouTube channel. And the Silver Creek girls, which trailed for much of the game, came through with a 4-point victory over Branham, which came down to the final seconds. Really an exciting game. This one closely matched as well ever since Branham began to settle down and settle in. Branham down by 1, looking for its first lead of the ball game. Is this going to do it? It is. Branham in the lead for the first time tonight. And a hand-checking foul on Branham. Its first foul in the second half, and that on Dempeline. Silver Creek ball across the floor. It's Navarro to inbound. The junior Trong. Jaw looking to set the screen. Navarro high off the glass. Chased down by Sayer. So 1 and done for the Raiders as we near the 3-minute mark. Jaw comes right back and gets the steal. Have to credit Branham. Head coach Larry Loeffler told me he loves to play man, but look at this 2-3 zone. It really has been a difference maker. Wright with the follow, and James Wright with a trip to the line for a +1. Anders picks up his 3rd personal. It's the 2nd team foul on Branham. And Wright gives the Raiders lead right back as Majors replaces Anders out on the floor. Anders with 3 has a seat. Some nice ball handling by Dressler, working on Huang. Feed into Sayer. Sayer hanging with it for the layup, and the lead swings back to Branham. Branham really Silver Creek really patient in this half-court set. A lot of perimeter passing, a lot of flashes through the key, and the 3. Navarro just feeling it from beyond the arc. Minute 55 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Silver Creek back on top. 36-34. Sayer gets double teamed. Ten to shoot for Branham. Baseline runner still hasn't hit the rest. Then with 3 seconds on the shot clock, Jaw called on the foul. And he heads to the bench without a second thought as Zach Argyle replaces him out on the floor. 6th Silver Creek team foul committed with 1:22 remaining in the 3rd. Sayer, everything but executed. 75 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Argyle kicks it out. Flash through the lane. 3 attempts, kisses the rim. Navarro, it didn't look like he had an angle at all, but he will head to the line to shoot 2. That's a 3rd Branham team foul. I believe that was on DJ Rocha. Looked like the officials showed 5 with both hands. There's no 55 on the roster for Branham. Navarro makes his first. He's been a little quiet scoring-wise. Has a chance to extend the lead, perhaps to a 2-score game. He does. Silver Creek up 38-34 with 52 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Rocha finding Dressler. Sayer with his long arms misses with the left hand, and Majors with a chance for the and 1. The senior off the bench in place of Anders makes his time count as he's at the line with 33 seconds remaining. And that is it for Kevin Vuong. He fouls out with 33 seconds remaining in the 3rd. For the first time tonight, George Pham is out on the floor. He wears number 25, the 6-foot, 150-pound senior guard. And a traditional 3-point play by Nick Majors trims the deficit to 1. Silver Creek with the ball and the lead. Shot clock turned off. Here in the third, 20 seconds remaining. Right, over to Argaio. Bench begins counting him down. Argaio was wide open down low, and Silver Creek throws it away with 1.8 seconds. Tough for Pham to come out so late in the game. He was wide open, but I don't think he dared shoot. And the baseball pass way too high by Dressler. He's got an arm. An entertaining third quarter as Branham continues to get better as this game goes on. Can Silver Creek hold on for a win at home? Find out when we return on CreaTV Sports.
Good morning. My name is Mark Loveland. I'm the president of the Vintage Softball League at Santa Clara County. We are a club of over 200 members, everyone over 50 years old. We have 4 different leagues playing every day of the week except for Friday and Sunday. It's open to anyone over the age of 50, regardless of your skill level. No tryouts are needed. We'd love to have you come out and play with us, play for free for a couple of times, see how you like it. And if you do, we'd love to have you in the club.
(38-37), Silver Creek leading at home in the second Santa Teresa Division League game of the week, of the new year, of the season. Both teams 1-0. Branham beat Gunderson 61-37 earlier in the week, while Silver Creek had a 50-38 win over Mount Pleasant, as Coach Ryan Komagomi with the win over his previous team, Mount Pleasant. And it'll be Silver Creek ball right to left in their home white uniforms with orange numbers and lettering and black accents. 1-point lead for the Raiders. One player has fouled out, 2 are in foul trouble. That is one of them, right? But the big bounce off the back iron falls down and through, and it's a 40-37 Silver Creek lead. 3 attempt from Dempeline. Majors with the rebound. Majors will be shooting 1-1 if they determine that foul was on the floor. As Trey Trim, who has had to sit for most of this game with foul trouble, replaces Pham out on the floor. It's the 8th team foul. My apologies, I'm not sure who that foul was on. Regardless, Majors is at the line. He misses the front end, and Navarro with the rebound. I have been waiting for a bit of fast break transition basketball from Silver Creek. We really haven't seen it in the second half, and that was the attempt there as Trim at the line to shoot 2. That foul on Majors, 4th Branham team foul. And again, the 6-foot, 195-pound junior Trey Trim at the line. Makes his first. He was, as I mentioned before, he's an all-league selection at football. First team at linebacker for the Raiders this fall. Boy, is a super tough defensive unit. Suits up every year for the Silver Creek football team. 1 of 2 effort results in a 41-37 Silver Creek lead. Branham still looking for points here in the opening minute of the 4th quarter. Dempeline, as Silver Creek has switched to a 2-3 offense, and Anders, that foul on Wright, his 4th. Anders had his legs so high up in the air, he looked like a rocket. The big man with some flexibility as Sayer returns. Majors comes off to lots of smiles and applause. Great minutes for him off the bench. Anders earns himself another, as that was the 9th team foul on Silver Creek. Coach Ryan Komogomi calls a timeout, 6:58 remaining in the 4th, as Silver Creek last year went 12-13 overall to finish 4th in league play. And again, Ryan Komogomi hired. Came over from Mount Pleasant. He actually grew up in Hawaii. He went to Punahou High School in Hawaii, and then matriculated at Loyola Marymount University. As this game has tightened up dramatically since it was a 14-point lead for Silver Creek back in the first half. Anders with the first point for Branham in the 4th quarter came at the 6:58 mark. Silver Creek lead now 2 for the home team. Navarro with the floater. Anders with the rebound. Anders firing over to Dressler. Anders as Trim hits the floor. Silver Creek fans wanting a charge. It's got to be the 4th foul for Trim. Nope. Nope, it wasn't on Trim. They called it on Trong. Even Branham asking for a clarification. As Anders makes his first, again, the 6'5" senior. I believe, if rumor has it correctly, that he is being recruited for the boys volleyball team, which he's never played. I always think that's fun when seniors play a completely different sport in the spring season of their senior year. Anders ties it up. We're all knotted up at 41-41. And Argaio has stepped out of bounds. Now he's playing on his home floor, but obviously lost his spacing or idea of where he was on the floor. And it's Branham with a chance for another taste of the lead. Sayer. I'm going to call Trim. Now they're going to call Argaio. That is the 10th. The 10th Silver Creek foul. It comes with 5:59. Branham really showing they've had a knack for getting to the line tonight. Can they make it pay off? Anders with more opportunities. Pardon me, Sayer with more opportunities. He's been at the line tonight. The big guys, the post players, getting to the line for Branham. 1 of 2 effort, and Branham back out on top. 42-41. To shoot. It's a great follow the shot. 2 opportunities by Silver Creek. Come away with no points. Cheerleaders picking up their chatter. So is the crowd. The 3 attempt misses, and it's another Silver Creek foul. Anytime the whistle blows, Branham will be at the line. Another foul on Argaio. Brandon Anders, the 6'5" senior center, came into this game averaging 13 points, well above his average at this point. One of two effort. Silver Creek down by 2. Big old swat from Anders, but lands in the hands of Navarro. Great move from Argaio, who delivers and ties us back up. That ended a 6-point run from Branham. Sayer. Talk about a clutch 3 by Dressler. Came with 6 on the shot clock. What an entertaining ball game. 4:18 remaining in regulation. Great move by Navarro on the baseline floater, makes it a 1-point game. Dempeline for 3. Short and into the hands of Trim. Trong over to Navarro. Navarro making things happen and finding the lane, and Anders called on the foul. Kyle Navarro at the line to shoot 2. There's a warning on Anders. So Anders issued a warning. The explanation to head coach was that he slammed the ball down. Kyle Navarro with a chance to tie. He does. 4 fouls for Anders. And a warning. One-point lead for Silver Creek. Branham calls a timeout with 3:36 remaining, a full timeout. The Bruins down by 1, but again, they trailed by as many as 14 in the first half. They got better and better as this game went on. The 2-3 zone became very effective for them. However, now Silver Creek beginning to test that zone, and it's paying off with some points for the Raiders. Last year, Branham went 15-6 overall, second in league play. That's a great season record. Coach Leffler's in his second year at the helm. He actually played at Pioneer High School, played guard. The position his son, Kyle, a senior, is on the basketball team, and it's been Coach Larry Leffler really enjoyed coaching his son for the past 2 years. Again, this is a league matchup. Santa Teresa Division play. Second league game of the season for these 1-0 teams. Conversely, the girls game that we had earlier, and you can watch separately on CreaTV Sports and on our YouTube channel, a non-league game as Silver Creek plays in the Mount Hamilton Division. Branham plays in the Santa Teresa West Division. Out of the timeout, it's Branham ball, down by 1 on the road at Silver Creek. Sayer finds Dempeline. Traditional press break executed by the Bruins. Dempeline wide open, thought better of it. Sayer fade away in the paint for the lead. Branham in his zone. Branham in his zone. Back to that 2-3 zone. Right, again, that play, this time by Navarro. Silver Creek exploiting the seams. And the lead now won with 2:45 remaining. Silver Creek returns the favor in the 2-3 zone. Dempline finding Sayer. Sayer from the foul line for two. What a second half he's having. Back and forth we go. The lead now won for Branham. The outside shooting game has really gone away for Silver Creek. Or perhaps it hasn't. Navarro knew that was off the mark and chases it down. 2 minutes left to go in regulations. Silver Creek with the ball, trailing by 1 at home. Argaio, Trim. Great ball movement by Silver Creek. Trim. Traveling the call. 1:36 remaining. Credit the Branham defense. Keeping open looks at a minimum. Dressler and Dempline playing catch. Yeah, get it to Sayer. He's been hot. Sayer uncontested, misses, cleans it up, bags his own groceries. 52-49, Branham, Silver Creek. Timeout, 1:10 left to go. This game has been just a seesaw game. Looked like Silver Creek was going to win easily, put up 14 on Branham, but the Bruins able to counter with a momentum surge of its own, and now it's really become a seesaw here in the fourth. Silver Creek will have 2 timeouts remaining. Branham with 3. Branham has committed just 5 fouls. Bruins been in the double bonus for nearly 6 minutes here in the fourth. Silver Creek ball, down by 3. Number 3, Kyle Navarro to inbound. Kevin Vuong fouled out of this game in the third quarter. Both Wright and Trim. Wright from the corner playing with 4 fouls. Wright with a chance for a follow. He's made it a 1-point game. Slow reaction by Branham on defense. Dressler. Dressler's been having one of those quiet, effective games. Sayer kicks it out. Dressler's hit the 3 ball. Misses there. Dempline with the rebound. They'll head to the line to shoot 2. That foul on Navarro. If anyone had fouls to give, I believe it's Navarro. Perhaps the only one out on the floor, maybe Trong as well. As Dempline, the senior, makes his first. The money maker makes it a 3-point game. Timeout, Branham. Coach wants to draw up the defense. 32 seconds remaining. Both teams now with 2 timeouts remaining. While we have the opportunity, we want to give a big thanks to the folks here at Silver Creek High School. Thanks to the entire athletic staff. And of course, head coach Ryan Komagome and Branham, too. Larry Leffler, the head coach, and his staff. Everyone's so accommodating, whether we're here at Silver Creek or at Branham. Always so welcoming, so hospitable to CreaTV Sports, and I know we all appreciate it. Fun night of basketball. As Silver Creek down by 3, 32 seconds remaining. Coach asking for some pressure from his backcourt. Instead, they pick up Wong at half court. Navarro. It's a great look for Argyle. Argyle makes it a 1-point game. Silver Creek needs to foul or steal, and they get Dressler with 11.6 seconds remaining. That foul on Trong sends the junior Jacob Dressler to the line. As I was saying, really having one of those quiet, effective games. Handling the ball, shooting the 3 ball, and timeout Silver Creek. The Raiders will have 1 remaining. Down by 1, 11 seconds remaining. We'll be on CreaTV Sports. We'll be covering more basketball this month. We hope you'll join us for those games. They'll be available on our schedule, will be available on our website. Full timeout, as you can tell, the players seated. So it'll be the junior Jacob Dressler at the line. He will shoot 2. His team up by 1 with 11 seconds remaining. Again, both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Silver Creek playing at home. And a miss by Dressler. One of 2 effort. Silver Creek ball. 55-53. They trail. Coach has a timeout. 7 seconds remaining. And that's a foul. It's a foul on the floor. It stops the clock with 3.4. That foul on Dressler. But remember, it's only the 6th foul. And Coach Komagome wants a timeout. It'll come down to 1 play. With 3.4 seconds remaining, Silver Creek has called its final timeout. Branham has 1 remaining. It's a 2-point ball game. The Raiders trailing at home. Again, as I mentioned, really appreciate having the Silver Creek cheerleading staff here. Again, this is holiday break still. Silver Creek is not in school. And sometimes kind of don't know what you're going to get when you show up to broadcast the games during this holiday break. There have been some open seats, cavernous gyms. That hasn't been the case tonight. So some great school spirit from Silver Creek playing at home. Kyle Navarro to inbound, 3.4 seconds remaining. Right, driving the lane off the glass, and it doesn't fall. That will do it. Our officials checking to see if any foul was called. It was not. A thriller won by Branham, 55-53. That's a tough loss for Silver Creek. They got the ball into the hands of James Wright. However, too hard off the glass. Boy, the rematch in Branham should really be something. We're going to step away and return with our CreaTV Sports post-game show. Branham moves to 5-7 overall. 5-6 overall. Silver Creek to 5-7. The Bruins steal one away on the road. Back with more on CreaTV Sports in just a moment.
Oh, come on.
Whoa, what's all the fuss about?
Hey, Ned Neutral. I'm just trying to apply for a job opening, but the page won't load. What's the point of paying my internet service provider if they can't give me simple access to a website?
Well, Sam, that could be the new norm if net neutrality rulings are reversed.
Net neutrality?
Communication is a necessity, which is why the FCC deemed the internet a public utility in 2015.
What does that mean?
It means that the internet was regulated, and internet service providers couldn't block or slow down content that they didn't agree with. But that's all changing now. The FCC plans to reverse net neutrality and give corporations the freedom that they want.
What can they do with this power?
Well, that's the scary part. They can slow down any service that they disagree with, block news outlets, or bring your web pages to a halt.
That's horrible. We as consumers need to have our voices heard and tell them to keep an open internet.
You better do it fast, because if net neutrality is restricted, then you might not have the platform to speak through.
Why is that?
Because the open internet is a platform for marginalized voices, if you want to question large internet providers, you will receive a one-way ticket to access denied.
Content removal, information restriction, speed throttling? It's just not fair. The public deserves equal access to the internet.
So call your representative, contact the FCC, let them know how you feel, and fight for an open and fair internet.
Hello? Ned? Anyone there?
Silver Creek with a 25-20 lead at the halftime break. Kyle Navarro draining 3 of his 30 points to lead all scorers in this one. Branham got better as the game wore on. I talked about the quietly effective game from Jacob Dressler and the long distance 3 from Dressler. Very capable with his ball handling tonight. Here's Wright, and that's just a great play, this time executed by Argyle. Next time it was Navarro as Branham. What a second half by Luke Sayer. Sayer bagging his own groceries. He led all Bruins with 21 points. His fellow big man, Anders, finished with 13. The bounce pass down low, the fadeaway from Argyle really got the green light in the fourth quarter. And it was such a close game. Dressler could have perhaps sealed it, but missed the front end of 2 free throws. And it was last shot for Silver Creek, trailing by 2, but too hard from Wright. Branham sneaks away with a 55-53 entertaining W. Thank you so much to both coaching staff and to our viewers for joining us here on CreaTV Sports. Branham 55, Silver Creek 53 in Blossom Valley Athletic League Santa Teresa Division play. On behalf of the director of tonight's broadcast, Luis Costa, and our entire CreaTV Sports crew, I'm Kirsten Fairchild. So long from San Jose. The Branham boys head home with the W.